Welcome to Rich TV, what we talk about: stocks, cash, charts, limits, red, green, something you ain't never seen. Welcome to Rich TV, welcome to Rich TV. You can join the group, 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 you can join the group. First things first, Acb, we all about it. That's Aurora, that's a score, ain't no other way around it. Grew the channel from a minor to a major, yeah, we players in the damn game, now they wanna pay us. You wanna advertise your stock, you can come and holler. We got members that are ready to drop all them dollars. Back it up, we can back it up. 20,000 subscribers, oh my God, you can add it up. Comment below, getting on the go. Sell it up high, then we buy it down low. We brought you pivot, we the shits there. What's your decision? Either standing or you sitting. Making so many videos, I'm like, here we go. So many fucking trolls, damn, I'm like, adios. We staying positive, all the members are dope too. If you wanna get big money, we can show you. Welcome to Rich TV, welcome to Rich TV, what we talk about: stocks, cash, charts, limits, red, green, something you ain't never seen. Welcome to Rich TV, welcome to Rich TV. You can join the group, 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 you can join the group. We in the second round, look where I am. He told you what to get, yeah, he told you about Bam. Getting busy, getting busy. They wonder about him, like, who is he? The market crazy, manipulation. I'm finna get this money, it's on a determination. Good weed, I roll it up, I smoke it up, I'm like, ooh wee. Look back, who you think brought you chemistry? Now it's up 100%, that's the recipe, that's the antidote. Damn, yeah, your man is dope. Watch me dance, I'ma prance like an antelope. Zena, you know that we been blessed. I'm talking about the stock, not the warrior princess. Watch the big stocks rocking through the roof. And if you looking for winners, you can fucking join the group. Welcome to Rich TV, welcome to Rich TV, what we talk about: stocks, cash, charts, limits, red, green, something you ain't never seen. Welcome to Rich TV, welcome to Rich TV. You can join the group, 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 you can join the group. Welcome to Rich TV, welcome to Rich TV, what we talk about: stocks, cash, charts, limits, red, green, something you ain't never seen. Welcome to Rich TV, welcome to Rich TV. You can join the group, 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 you can join the group. Dropping hits, epics, 24/7. It's true. Rich TV Live and Ill Kid.
So this bloodshed continues, this epic fall from grace continues, this shattering of specifically Canadian cannabis stocks, some American cannabis stocks continues. MedMen down 21%, Delta 9 down 17%, Aurora Cannabis down 11%. After I told you guys on Friday that Andrew Left told me that it was going to zero. Say what you want about Andrew Left, man. He called it. It's down 11%. So anybody that was watching the show on Friday, and I know a lot of you were, and you guys told me you were going to buy puts. Anybody who bought puts is up big, betting that Aurora Cannabis was going to go down. Congratulations to those of you guys who bought puts. That's why I brought you guys the news. I had to let you know, because Andrew Left is a powerful guy, and he said he was taking them to zero. It's clearly not at zero, but it's down 11%. So anybody who bought puts on Aurora Cannabis is up big. Fire Supreme Cannabis down 9.86%. Organogram down 9.4%. Afria down 7.88%. Cantras down 6%. Hexo down 6%. These are all the top Canadian cannabis companies. These are all the top Canadian cannabis companies decimated. Decimated. Dan the IT guy says, thanks bro, the real win would be descheduling, Go More, and CSA Act. I am scheduled to do an interview with Kiran Sidhu from Halo Labs, but he's literally traveling right now. And as soon as he's available, he will let me know, and we'll try to go live with Kiran Sidhu from Halo Labs. Apparently, he's meeting a king tomorrow. Sounds pretty cool. So, yeah, man, crazy. I don't know what to tell you guys. This entire sector is nuts. Any company right now that isn't profitable is at risk. Any company that has bad news is at risk. Suniva today announced that their CEO resigned. Yeah, that wasn't good. Stock tanked. It's crazy. It's crazy. The last 4 months in the cannabis sector have been complete and utter Armageddon, especially for companies that are not profitable. If you're not profitable right now, you're in serious trouble in the cannabis sector. And it's as if some of these companies have not got the memo. You know they need to be profitable, but they keep reporting losses. And they keep talking about the long-term plan. Nobody gives a fuck about your long-term plan. What about your short-term plan, where your stock is going to fucking zero? Like, did you not get the memo? You need to show profit. What the fuck, man? What's wrong with these companies? It's like they're being run by a bunch of fucking clowns. Complete idiots. When are you guys going to show some profitability, man? You can't show losses in a fragile environment like this and keep making excuses and blaming Health Canada and blaming this and blaming that. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. Investors are bleeding everywhere. What are you doing to build shareholder equity? What are you doing to build shareholder value? If you're not building shareholder equity, if you're not building shareholder value, you're in trouble. That's a fact. Some of these companies, especially the Canadian ones, don't seem to be getting the memo. Meanwhile, CWeb up almost 7%. Acreage Holdings up 8%. YCBD up 8%. Some Canadian companies haven't been getting the memo, but American companies apparently are getting the memo. I don't know what to tell you, man. Such a disappointment. You bought Suniva and MedMen today? I'd be very careful with those two buys. I'd be very careful with those two buys. Pete Ferraro says, Rich, you really need to admit that ACB is in trouble short term, no cash. I think all these companies are in trouble right now. If you do not show a profit, you are in trouble. If you're not on the path to profitability, you are in trouble. These companies need to get their act together. Reefer Aljoint says, yeah, I'm going to go in my garden, cover myself up with soil, and pretend I'm a marijuana plant again. Michael York says, they bet the farm for expansion at the risk of burning cash, waiting for legalization. Yeah, I'd be very careful buying anything that's not profitable at this point. I won't touch anything that's not profitable. I'm sitting on the sidelines. I'm not buying anything right now. I'm watching this bloodbath and I'm just disgusted. And I'm at the point now I'm just like, okay, well, I'm just going to sit on the sideline and just wait and see what happens. 'Cause I ain't touching nothing. I ain't touching nothing. I ain't buying nothing. I ain't risking nothing. I've already taken enough risks the last couple months. I'll watch these stocks. I'll comment on these stocks. I'll interview these companies. But as an investor, I'm sitting on the sidelines right now until I see some sort of a bottom, because I just see an entire sector right now that is just under siege. Under siege, under attack. Everybody's under attack. None of these companies seem like they have a fucking clue right now. And everybody just keeps going down and everyone just keeps blaming Health Canada. Do I think Supreme will survive? Yes. I think Supreme will survive. But like everybody else, I'm an investor in this sector and I'm just literally disgusted. I'm literally disgusted with what I'm seeing. As an investor, it's an incredible buying opportunity, but what is the bottom? What is the bottom? I mean, It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Look at the one-year chart on Aurora Cannabis. We are officially the lowest we have been in a very long time in Aurora Cannabis. Officially the lowest we've been in 2 years. So literally the last time we were at these prices was almost 2 years to the day. November 3rd, 2017, we hit 314. We are now at 316. Pekka says, do you really believe that ACB is going to zero? No way, man. Just waiting to the bottom. No, I don't think that ACB is going to zero. That's what Andrew Left said. But Andrew Left so far has been correct because ACB is down again today after it was down on Friday. So far, short term, he has been very much so correct. And it's just, I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, just watching everything fall like off a cliff. Here's Canopy Growth. They're down 5%. I mean, everything is going down. Almost everything is going down. How's your AUSA and Rivers doing? I don't think anything's really doing well, to be honest with you. I don't own AUSA, but I own Rivers. And clearly, if Canopy Growth is going to fall, Rivers is going to fall. Hey, man, I think that anybody that's in the cannabis sector right now understands that we're going through a very big consolidation in the cannabis sector. This sector is highly risky. If you want to make money, I've been telling you guys for quite some time, the HMJI ETF, it just keeps going up. Keep telling you guys, the HMJI ETF, I've been telling you guys to buy puts. Anybody that bought puts on Aurora Cannabis today made big. You could have bought puts on Aurora today. You could have bought puts on Hexo. You could have bought puts on Afria. You could have bought puts on Organogram. They all down. You could have made money on all of them on the way down. And I've been telling you guys about this for months. I don't know what else to tell you, man. I'm not telling anybody to buy anything. So I love it when people want to come on here and blame me for the fact that the sector's down. Like, I control the sector. Like, I control the cannabis sector. All I know is I was told by Andrew Left on Friday that Aurora was going to zero. I did a video. I prepared everybody. And Aurora is now down. As I told you, he said it would go down. What else can I do for you guys, man? I'm calling 100% correct trades every single day for you guys. I'm not telling you what to buy. I'm not telling you what to sell. I'm just telling you all the options that exist. I told you guys about the HMJI ETF when it was at $30. Today it hit 40. I told you guys, if you think the cannabis sectors are going to go down, buy the HMJI ETF. You could have bought the HMJI ETF and you could be up 25% right now in the last month alone. I don't know what else to tell you. I've been telling you guys that True Leaf was the #1 cannabis stock because they are actually profitable. I've been telling you since August, and they have been going up. Today they hit up 60% since I've been telling you that they're #1 because they're actually making money. Companies that are not making money right now, they're in trouble. That's a fact. They're in trouble. Yes, it's my fault that the cannabis sector's down. Wow, ACB's at 307. Oh my goodness. Dixie Brands is up 14%. That's nice to see. Yeah, I mean, definitely the MSOs are the way to go. There's definitely money to be made there, but, you know, you got to pick the right MSOs. You can't just pick an MSO. You got to pick the right MSOs. So you can see YCBD is up 11.64%. Acreage is up 7.5%. CWeb is up just under 7%. So there are some companies doing well today, but overall, still a red day. Still a red day across North America, in America, and in Canada, especially in Canada. This is the start where you're seeing a separation right now from the Canadian cannabis LPs and the American MSOs. For the first time, we are now seeing a separation where the MSOs are starting to move in the right direction and the Canadian LPs are crashing hard. ACB is at 234 in America. That's just crazy. Yeah, it's been a crazy, crazy, crazy run, guys. I mean, we're at the point now where it's just gotten nuts. We're the lowest we've been since 2017. Take a look at this. It's crazy. We are literally the lowest we have been since 2017. You can see. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, this is crazy. 210. We're the lowest we have been since July 5th, 2017. Fat Nut says Liberty Health Sciences holding its ground, up 4%. That's nice to see. G Money saying Xena holding at 20 cents. That's a good sign. I mean, it's nice to see stocks that are holding. I'm not here to tell you guys what to do. I'm not here to tell you to buy. I'm not here to tell you to sell. At the end of the day, you guys need to do your due diligence. You guys need to do your research. At the end of the day, numbers don't lie, but people do. Look at the charts, man. We're the lowest we have been since 2017. The sector has literally been 400% higher than this. Just think about that. The sector has gone as high as 1,000, okay? We are right now at 200, which means the sector has been as high as 400% higher than where we are right now. That's mind-boggling when you think about the fact that this sector has gone down 400% from its highs, despite the fact that these companies are growing, despite the fact that these companies' revenues are growing, despite the fact that we have companies that are profitable, despite the fact that these businesses and this sector is growing exponentially, we are 400% down for the sector from our all-time highs. 400% down. So as an investor, I'm just going to sit on the sidelines. I'm going to be patient. I'm not risking any capital right now. I'm just going to sit on the sidelines. I'm going to be patient, and I'm going to watch. I'm going to watch. I'm going to be patient, and I'm going to really study these companies and identify the ones that have the most upside, identify the ones that are making the most money, identify the ones that I think long-term are going to be the best winners. And I believe as a community, this is what we need to do right now, because if you're looking to buy cannabis stocks, there has never been a better time in the last 2 years, more than 2 years now, to buy cannabis stocks. Because you can look at the chart and see we're the lowest we have been in 2 years. I believe in a lot of companies, but the reality is it's hard to believe in a company when they're going down every day. So you need to be careful. You need to do your due diligence, and you need to hunt the bottom. Right now, if we look at Canadian cannabis stocks and even a lot of American cannabis stocks, they're all 100% sell across the board. Shorters are having a field day. Retail investors are getting obliterated. Insiders are selling in a panic. CEOs are quitting and resigning and being fired. This entire sector is in trouble. Hexo's not doing well either. Nobody's doing well. Very few people are doing well right now. These are the ones doing well, and these are the ones that are not. So you can see MedMen leading the way, down 21%. Delta 9 down 15%. Aurora Cannabis down 13%. Supreme Cannabis down 11%. Organogram down 10%. I mean, these are companies that are just losing huge amounts of market capitalization every single day. Which companies are on my do not buy list? I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I think everything has a chance to buy. I just wouldn't buy a lot of them right now. I don't see any reason to buy anything right now. I'm not touching anything until I see that this sector starts getting into a growth pattern. Right now, I would be all in on buying puts. I'm not buying puts right now, but I'm just telling you guys that if you want to make money in the cannabis sector, right now you got to consider buying puts. Anybody that's buying puts right now is making a killing. The other option is buy the HMJI ETF. The HMJI ETF is a insurance policy. If you think that the cannabis sector is going to go down, buy the HMJI ETF. I keep putting this in front of you guys every single day, and it keeps going up. This is the short ETF. This is the ETF that is shorting the sector, and you can see they up big. Look at this. They're at $19 in May. They are now at $40. They are up over 100% since May. So while everything has been going down, the HMJI has been going up. I like Namaste, but they need to grow their revenue. So if Aurora just randomly surprises everyone and announces a partner, then the sector is saved. I think that Aurora needs to make money. I don't think a partner is going to save them at this point. I think they need to make money. I think these companies need to become profitable. Look at TrueLeaf. TrueLeaf is a great example of that. Profitability is the key. And all the smart money is going to pour in to the stocks that are making money. All the smart money is going to pour in to the companies that are making money. If you're not making money, you got no shot. This isn't the bottom. How can you call this the bottom when everything keeps going lower? I mean, stop lying to yourselves, man. Trust your eyes. Everything keeps going lower. How can you call this the bottom? We have no idea what the bottom is. Look at that. That's a straight line down. I ain't touching any cannabis stocks until I see that this is going to turn in the other direction. If you buy a cannabis stock right now, you're just guessing. You're just guessing. That's not an investment. That's a guess. Like I said, right now, all the money is shorting this sector down. An injection of capital would definitely put investors' worries at ease, such as buy back some of the outstanding shares. Yeah, I don't see that happening right now. Josh Cook says the portfolio is looking so bad today, not going to log in. Yeah, the sector is bleeding heavily. It has been for quite some time. And I mean, you can see here, we've lost We went from 700 in March all the way down to 200. We've lost 250% market share since March. Like, that's mental. Like, the entire sector is completely imploded. I would suggest if you guys want to make money, buy the HMJI ETF right now, or buy puts on all these stocks that are going down. Make money on the way down. That's what everybody else is doing. The trend is your friend, man. Follow the trend. I'm not telling you to buy anything. Richard Gold says, Rich, maybe you can explain why these stocks are going lower, because there is a reason. ACB letting $13 debentures convert now at a discount. Well, yeah, I mean, these guys clearly need to raise capital. There's insider selling. There's all kinds of shares that are unlocking for a lot of these companies. Insiders see the stock going down. They're selling in a panic. Debt spirals, toxic funders, all of the above are invested and involved in these companies. That's why they're going down. So when you see companies that are not profitable, cutting jobs, stopping construction, losing money hand over fist, that's a lot of ammunitions for shorters to take these stocks down. And then the trend becomes your friend, and the trend right now is down. But people are not going to short heavily stocks that are actually making money. They're going to short heavily the companies that are losing money. So this is why we need to be very careful as investors right now. And we got to do a lot of due diligence and a lot of research in the companies. And if you're invested in a company that's not making money, you have to realize that you could potentially be in trouble with that investment. MedMan's laying people off. Hexo's laying people off. A lot of people are laying people off. These companies are bleeding money, and that's why the stocks are bleeding. So you see this huge collapse, and it's almost daily now. And these are some really good companies. Like Organigram is going to be a good company. Supreme Cannabis is going to be a good company. Aurora Cannabis is going to be a good company. Delta 9 is going to be a good company. I believe in MedMan's going to be a good company. I think some of these are good companies. I'm just not here to tell you guys to buy. Michael York is saying MedMan is getting lean to look good on paper. And that's what a lot of people are doing. They're trying to cut their costs so that they can look better on the financials. So yeah, it's going to hurt right now. But in the future, if they can actually get into profit and start building their balance sheet with revenue and profitability, that's when you'll see these companies start moving in the right direction. Until then, it's a shit show. Brent is saying, so the people who bought ACB for 4 and 5, should they just hold long term? That's up to you guys. I'm holding my shares. I'm not selling anything. I plan to buy more, but I plan to buy more at the bottom. And right now I'm just watching and waiting for everything to hit a bottom. Fat Nut says, got some AMD this summer, 52-week high today. Interesting. Take the pain now and look like a deal sooner. Yeah, and you know what? I'm okay with that. As long as you look like a deal at some point. These companies need to become real businesses making real money at some point. They can't just keep burning money and thinking that they're going to be okay. Richard Gold saying, I think Joe Biden saying today he won't legalize weed is piling on to the downturn. It's possible. As an investor, I want to accumulate the best assets, but we need to be very careful. And a lot of these great companies are going lower than we've seen in years, which I just showed you guys. So in my opinion, there will be a lot of buying opportunities, but I don't see any reason to buy anything until we see a trend turn, a trend reversal. Because as you could see with this trend over the last year, it has been going straight down. There's been no trend reversal over the last 8 months. It's just gone straight down. We're talking hundreds of % of market share that the market has lost. If a big investor came in and said they're investing $200 million in Aurora, would that drive the price up temporarily? Probably. Joe Biden will be lucky if he doesn't end up in jail. Maybe a government of Canada subsidiaries into the biggest 420 companies. I think right now anything's possible. I mean, this sector is crazy. A lot of my friends that are bankers are telling me that, Rich, at the end of the day, you got to look at the financials. These companies are bleeding money. They're not making money. That's why they're going down. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys to buy cannabis stocks. At the end of the day, do your due diligence, do your research, invest in the best. The best is blessed. I'm going to continue to educate you guys. I'm going to continue to show you different ways to make money. I've been talking to you guys about puts for months. I've been talking about the HMJI ETF. I've been talking about TrueLeave. These are the ways to make money. This is how you make money in a sector like this. Because the sector is very, very dangerous right now. Yeah, I ain't catching no falling knife, man. So even TrueLeave right now is down. Despite the fact that they're profitable, even TrueLeave is down. So they will be reporting tomorrow. I do anticipate strong report, but you never know with this sector. The last time they reported, even though they reported massive profits, the stock went down. So I won't be surprised to see it maybe go down again. This could be a buy the rumor, sell the news event. They've been climbing up on the fact that they're going to be reporting tomorrow. Would not be surprised to see them go back down just because they did that last time. Let's take a look at the 6 month. So last time they reported huge returns and the stock went down. It actually went from 14 all the way down to 10. To me, 10 is the buying opportunity for TrueLeave. If it goes to 10, I'm loading up. Personally, I will load up. It's climbed up, went all the way to 16 this morning. It started to consolidate again. This could be a buy the rumor, sell the news event. I would be careful here. I want to see what the report's going to look like tomorrow. I will try to live stream that for you guys. Thoughts on GTII tomorrow. Are they reporting tomorrow? Michael York says, thanks, Rich. Life is about risk. Yes, it is about risk, but we want to make calculated risks. We want to make smart risks. We don't want to just burn money and lose money and just get obliterated in the market. And right now, a lot of investors are getting obliterated in the market. People that have more are losing more. I mean, that's just the way it goes. And people that have a lot of cannabis stocks right now, especially in Canada, are just taking it on the chin like crazy. Scott Norris says, a financial guy I know says, think of cannabis companies like vehicle companies. Only a few big ones survive, Ford, Dodge, etc. Dixie Brands is kicking ass, says Neurosis. We got a lot of catalysts coming. We got cannabis legalization 2.0, which hasn't even started yet. Legalization of edibles, which is a part of that. Cannabis-infused beverages, which is a part of that. All of this is coming. So we've got legalization in America. We've got the Safe Banking Act. We've got the MORE Act. We got the CSA Act. All of these acts potentially getting passed in America will be enormous catalysts for the sector in both Canada and the United States. Do I think that ACB will do a split? That's a good question. I would like to ask them if they plan to ever do a split. It's very difficult for me to answer that question. But I would have liked to ask them on the last conference call. Reefer Al Joint says, big fish fed off the retail investors. Is the cycle over? Nope. Because even the shorters got caught with their pants down. This is tricky. Stock market's always tricky. There's never been an easy day in the stock market. But it's starting to get easier because when these companies can report losses or these companies don't meet their expected targets, expect the stocks are going to go down and buy puts. That's what I suggest you guys are doing. Explain why the MORE Act passing would have an effect on stock prices. The MORE Act and the CSA Act and the Safe Banking Act are all part of this. The Safe Banking Act is about American companies in the cannabis sector being able to do business with banks. Passing the Safe Banking Act is going to open up the floodgates for funding for cannabis MSOs in America. The MORE Act and the CSA Act is about two things. It's about descheduling cannabis as a Schedule 1 drug. And it's about decriminalizing anybody who has a conviction previously in a cannabis-related conviction and essentially decriminalizing them and dissolving their conviction for cannabis-related convictions. This is huge. This is enormous. So the MORE Act, the CSA Act, which is essentially the DEA, and the Safe Banking Act, 3 acts that could potentially get passed in America over the next anytime between now and the next year, they all could be getting passed and they all could be massive catalysts. Then we got legalization of cannabis altogether in America. And then we've got edibles legalization, which hasn't even started in Canada yet, and cannabis-infused beverages, which hasn't even started yet in Canada. That's a lot of catalysts, none of which have even happened yet. Yeah, shorting isn't simple, but you can buy puts. You don't have to have a short account. You can buy puts. You can buy options. You can buy puts. Reefer Al Joint says, the MORE Act is basically the end of prohibition, which is an enormous catalyst. Well, I mean, how does it affect the prices? The reality is, the more good news for the sector, the more they eliminate all of these shackles in the sector, the more they take away the stigma from cannabis being a drug that can destroy your life, to be a gateway drug, as some idiots are saying. The more people start understanding the power and the positivity of this plant, the more likely that this sector grows and flourishes. So it's all connected, and everything that happens is going to have a positive or negative effect. It's all connected. Halo has been an ATM machine. I'm glad that you've been winning, Five Finger. What are you buying right now, Five Finger? Please let us know. I'd love to know what you guys are buying. Please share your picks, share your opinions. There are some picks that are absolutely flying today, by the way. Let's see here. By the way, Zoom Away Travel's having a nice day. Take a look at KRTX. You want to talk about a stock that is just flying today? Take a look at KRTX. Karuna Therapeutics. Now is the time as an investor to really diversify your portfolio and look at lots of different ways you can make money. Take a look at KRTX. Karuna Therapeutics up 259% today alone. From $17 to $63 in one day. Absolutely crazy. I'm good, man. How are you? Other than the fact that the cannabis stocks are getting crushed. But I look at this as a buying opportunity. I'm not going to suggest anybody goes and buys. I'm just sitting here on the sidelines watching this bloodshed and just watching my favorite stocks and trying to figure out when's the best time I should position myself. I still believe in this sector. I still believe in this industry. Right now, it's obviously a tough time. But as an investor, that's a long-term investor, I truly believe that this is going to create a buying opportunity of a lifetime. I just want to see it stop and turn around before I actually buy anything, because I'm not interested in buying anything until we see it stop. Look at CannTrust. CannTrust is actually about to go under $1 for the first time. Even CannTrust is now finally getting crushed. CannTrust now down 8.7% at $1.05. If this thing goes under $1, it's going to get really ugly for CannTrust. Michael York says, Medicine Man is a winner for me. You know, Medicine Man is one I haven't talked about a lot. They've actually been a huge winner. Let's take a look at them. Hey guys, we got like 100 people here, but we don't got enough likes, man. Can we get our like game up? Please. Can we get our like game up? Come on, guys. Let's get that like game up. MDCL. Let's take a look at the 1-year chart. So here's one of the few companies that's up this year. MDCL. Medicine Man Technologies. So I just got an idea. I'm going to create a list of companies that long-term investor. I mean, I think anybody that's in the cannabis sector has to think long-term, because this is not a sector to do day trading. This is a sector for long-term investors. Now, if you've made money in the cannabis sector like I have over the last few years, you've seen this trend go down before, and you've seen it come up again. So it's been a long time down for a lot of these stocks, especially in Canada. At some point, it will turn around. The question is when. I think the goal right now and the key is just to find that bottom. Grow Life Inc. Sounds familiar. I like GTII a lot. I think they have a lot of potential. Another great player in America. Five Finger Limited says, I have been buying Cron, ACB, CGC. I feel like CGC is a gift. Wow, you're buying at these prices? Five Finger Limited says CGC and Kron have the cash. They do, but Kron doesn't have a lot of revenue at all to justify their share price. And CGC is still losing money. So I like them because they have money, but both of them, in my opinion, still can come lower. But that's just my opinion. Richard Gold says, Rich, long-term for stocks, they don't make money and issues more shares, massive dilution, not good. Long-term for these stocks, they're going to start becoming profitable. They're going to start making money. They're cutting their costs right now. They've got cannabis-infused beverages coming. They got edibles coming. They've got more stores opening up in Canada through Health Canada. All these companies' revenues will grow. They will become profitable, and these prices will not last. If they do go lower, we'll be watching and we'll find the bottom so that when they do go higher, we'll be at the bottom to take advantage of that run up. Take a look at a stock called Generation Alpha. Okay. How much did Kron make last quarter? Not enough. Five Finger Limited says, I don't think you'll see these prices ever again. I agree with you. Some of these companies may be at the lowest we will ever see them. Some of them may go lower. That's just the stock market. The key is, out of the 443 cannabis companies that are out there, can we identify the best? That's really what my focus is right now. Can we identify the best? I want to show you guys something. Everyone keeps talking about how these cannabis stocks are all going bankrupt, they're all going out of business. There are 443 companies, and this number is only getting higher. So I want to challenge anybody that's telling me these companies are going out of business, because they're not. They're not going out of business. They still here, man. 443, and there's new IPOs opening up all the time. They might be going down, but they're not going out of business. So, they still there. They still there. Wow, CBD Unlimited, EDXC, up 13%. Cannabis Therapeutics, up 10%. Halo Labs, up 9%. Let's go, Halo. C-Web, up 6%. Those are the ones that are up today in a very bloody sector. Valens Growworks is up today slightly. Tinley Beverage Company is up slightly. Rainmaker Resources Limited. That's one I've never really heard of. Liberty Health Sciences is up. Indiva is up. So there's 443 companies. I don't see any of them going bankrupt. Everyone keeps saying they're all going bankrupt, but 443 companies. Who's gone bankrupt? I think that Suneva's in trouble. They're having some really big issues. First, their CFO resigned. Now the CEO resigned. Clearly, they sucked, and they need new management, and they have a lot of work to do. How do I think that Canopy is going to do after the smoke settles? I'm down big. Thanks for caring about the sector. I think Canopy is going to do great, but Canopy has a lot of work to do. A lot of people say that their products suck. A lot of people say their cost per gram is too high. Pete Ferraro says, Rich, is Halo Labs on track to be profitable? Well, when I've spoken to Halo Labs, they said they're not profitable yet. They're working on it. So, it's not there yet. Aurora slowly creeping back up now. That's nice. Considering it got crushed so bad. Let's take a look at Aurora. I think the key right now is to just be in a holding period if you want to buy these cannabis stocks, and just wait and be patient and try to see if we can find a bottom. See if we can find a distinct bottom, because the cannabis sector overall is showing a lot of selling pressure. So this is on a delay right now, so we're at 304, down 15%. How low do you think ACB is going, Rich? Honestly, I don't know. I know that Andrew Left thinks it's going to 0. Michael York says Bevcana keeps coming back. I like Bevcana. Max Power says it's just going to take a few years and the sector will be popping. I agree with you. And at that point in time, we'll look back at some of these prices and wish we all just got in. Crown is being smart with what they do with their money. Cron. I like Cron. I just don't see enough revenue to justify their share price. If you're looking 2 to 3 years from now, when the USA inevitably legalizes and there are no border restrictions between North American borders, then these prices are a huge bargain. Max Power is saying ACB at 316 right now. Just remember, ACB has like 800,000 shareholders worldwide. There's a lot of people in on this stock, man. Lots. Not just me. There's a lot of people in on this stock. Lots. All over the world. Richard Gold says ACB was once a penny stock. It's going back to a penny stock. Hey, if it goes back to a penny stock, I'll load up. That's the way I look at it as an investor. If it goes to a penny stock, I'll load up. I have no fear. I'm not afraid. I mean, what's the worst you can do? We've already seen it. We've already seen them decimate the sector. So at this point, what's the worst you could do now? You're just going to take them lower and create more buying opportunities. Sure, go ahead. I'm past the point of being concerned or being angry or being frustrated. I'm past all of that at this point. Right now, I'm just a fan watching the sector, trying to identify what is the best course of action moving forward from here. But you can see the Canadian index down 12% today, or 12 points today, 6%. US index down 1%. There's a divide happening now. The Canadian cannabis stocks are under attack. The US stocks, even though they're not doing great, are still doing better than the Canadian cannabis stocks. Look at all the decliners. MedMan is down big in America today. Organogram down huge. Five Finger Limited says my cost average on Xena is now 53 cents US. Nudica says, is it shorters taking down ACB or investors selling at these prices? I think it's both. Johnny Main says HMJI as a market bottom indicator. Hate to say it, but it's on fire right now. Got in at 38, late to the party, but I'll take it. Hey, you're winning, man. You're winning. Richard Gold says, Rich, protecting your capital should always be the number one for investors' objective. No honor in losses. There's no losses when you're not selling, my friend. You don't take losses when you're not selling. You only lose when you sell for a loss. If you're holding stock Who's to say in a year they're not going to go up? Oh, look at this. Here it is. There it is. There it is. ACB loss alerts. Rosen, a top-ranked law firm, announces investigation of securities claims against Aurora Cannabis. Rosen Law Firm, a global investor rights law firm, announces it is investigating potential securities claims on behalf of shareholders of Aurora Cannabis Inc., resulting from allegations that Aurora may have issued materially misleading business information to the investing public. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. On November 14, 2019, Aurora announced its first quarter results and corporate action plan. The results included a 24% quarterly sequential drop in revenue, including a 33% drop in consumer cannabis revenue. The results also included a greater EBITDA loss than the previous quarter of 39.7 million EBITDA. Aurora also announced a Canadian 190 million reduction in capital expenditures, the halting of construction of the Aurora Nordic 2 facility in Denmark, and its deferring final construction of its Aurora Sun facility. Finally, the company announced that it would open an early conversion window for holders of a Canadian 230 million of convertible debentures. Oh, man. Hey, man, all I can say is if you want to make money, buy puts. There's a lot of investors that bought puts today and they made a killing. You can make money up and you can make money down. As investors, we need to become more educated, stronger overall, and we need to consider different alternatives like the HMJ ITF and puts. Because if you were buying puts today on MedMen, Aurora, Organogram, Afria, Canopy Growth, Hexo, you would have made a killing. There's lots of ways to make money in these markets, folks. David Sharp says, sold and took the hit on ACB this morning. Sucks to hear, man. I'm not selling anything. I'm not selling any of my shares of Cannabis Gold. I'm not selling any green gold for a loss. I'm not selling anything. I'm just going to accumulate. And as they go lower, I'm going to accumulate more cheap shares at a lower price. But I'm not going to accumulate until I see the bottom. When I see they're going down every single day, it just tells me that I need to be patient, sit on the sidelines, and wait for the bottom to accumulate tons of shares at a really low price. And then wait for the explosion, because it's coming. Are there new weed companies? Yeah, there's lots of new weed companies, and they keep coming. You want to see? A put is when you bet that these stocks are going to go down. So you can invest in options, and you can buy either calls, anticipating that a stock's going to go up in a certain timeline, with a expiry date, or you can buy puts believing that a stock is going to go down by a certain timeline, by a certain amount, and you can make a lot of money buying puts and calls. And right now, a lot of people are making a killing buying cannabis puts, especially Canadian cannabis puts. Kanu Mutaz says, no problem holding for 10 years. Not selling a single share. You can make money on the roller coaster up and down. Bob says, my rule, if I wouldn't buy more of a stock, then I shouldn't be holding it. I agree with you. Max Power is saying Afria coming back to 530. And at the same time, when you see stocks that you really, really like, that are really, really low, now is the time to really date those stocks and hunt them. Hunt the bottom, watch them like a hawk, find that bottom, and then if you really like that company and you believe in them, you could potentially buy your favorite company at the lowest price that you've ever seen it. That's the opportunity that we have right now. But I'm not going to rush to buy anything until I see a trend reversal. So I'm sitting on the sidelines with cash, watching the market, looking for a trend reversal. But I am very interested in starting to buy puts. Very interested. And I'm just going to be watching the market and watching it very, very carefully. Nelson says, coordinated attack on the sector again, once a year, every year. Reminds me of Afria's short attack back in December 2019, only for an awesome recovery. Look at Afria now being profitable. I know. And I think a year from now, a lot of these companies look very different. And these prices are probably doubled or tripled from these levels. Apparently ACB is climbing now. How many likes do we got, guys? We got 103 people here. How many likes do we got? 64 likes. That's not bad. We're 35 likes away from 100. Can we hit 100? While we're live, do you guys want to show me any pics I can pull up? You guys want to hear some rap? R Star says, I have a crush on Canopy Rivers, but not going to take it on a date until 35 cents. All of these stocks right now, in my opinion, are creating amazing buying opportunities. I see the upside being tremendous. And you know what? I don't have a problem buying more of all of these stocks at lower levels. I really don't. I'm just waiting for a bottom. Hopefully the bottom is in on Aurora. Everyone's saying it's starting to climb back up. Hopefully the bottom is in. It says I have 77 likes. Okay, well that's better. It's better than 65. Oh wow, 77 likes. Thank you guys for the 77 likes. You want me to take a look at FAF? Let's take a look at FAF. If you guys have any pics you want me to pull up, I'll pull it up right here while we're live. Fire and Flower Holdings. I do like this company a lot. Excuse me. Excuse me. All right. So Fire and Flower, like everybody else, has been way higher. Just in September, it was at $1.60. Has come all the way down to 79 cents. I really like this company, but be careful. Do your due diligence. Do your research. Don't rush to buy it, even though it is showing the bottom for the 1 year. I like the company. I think there's a lot of upside, but anytime a stock goes under $1, it's in what I call no man's land, and it can become very risky. So just be careful, because once it goes under $1, I mean, anything is possible. I mean, look at what happened to Cannabis. They went under $1. Now they're at 20 cents. So anything can happen. Thank you, Max Power. Thank you guys for the likes. I appreciate you guys, man. It means so much. And I know we are, you know, as cannabis enthusiasts, we're going through a tough time right now, myself included, in my cannabis investments. That's why, as investors, we need to have a diversified portfolio. Like, this is a property right now that I'm flipping. I just put it up for sale. I'm making money in other ways. So I'm not really worried about my cannabis stocks. I haven't sold a share. In fact, I plan on buying thousands of more shares at the lowest levels of some of my favorite stocks, which include Aurora Cannabis, which include Organigram, which include Afria, which include Canopy Growth, which include Hexo, which include Canopy Rivers, which include Trulieve, which include Valens Grow Works, which include MediPharm Labs. I like those stocks, man. I like GTII. So I got my eyes on all of these companies right now that I think have incredible potential, incredible upside. I'm not saying I'm buying anything right now. In fact, I'm sitting on the sidelines, but I'm watching everything very closely. And in my mind, I'm watching things and just trying to decide, when do I position myself in some of these giant global future cannabis players. That's what I'm trying to do for myself. Five Finger Limited says, my order filled on ACB 1,000 shares in Mason's account. I hope Mason wins big, Five Finger Limited. And I personally think that's a great price for Aurora Cannabis. If CannTrust goes back to 50 cents, how is that not a huge buying opportunity with their assets? They can easily make a huge comeback. I agree, but we're still waiting for a license. So I wouldn't touch them until we actually see a license. Let's see what ACB is looking like right now. Edgar says, looks like ACB just completed its head and shoulders pattern. Maybe a time for reversal. Let's look at the 1 day. So we started off today at, what, like 358? Went all the way down to 303, and now we're climbing back up. So it's starting to climb back up. We'll just watch it while we're live. Curaleaf or Green Thumb? Whew, I like them both. I like them both. I like them both, man. I don't know. I like them both. NWES is down 15%. New esports. Let's take a look at this new esports gaming stock. I guess they don't have it on here. I'll look at OGI. Look at Apple. I've been telling you guys about Apple, man, and Apple just keeps going higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. Now up to $266. Wow. Markets are at all-time highs. This is just crazy. So nuts. I really like Organogram. Really, really like Organogram. So these prices are just, in my mind, insane. Look at the way Organogram has fallen. And look at the 1 year chart on Organogram. Organogram, once again, is now officially the lowest it's been in a year. And if we look at the 5 year chart, this is the lowest Organogram has been since September 11th, 2017, more than 2 years since we've seen a price like this for Organogram. Hypothetically, what would happen if ACB goes to zero? ACB won't go to zero. Will Cannabis go up over November 27th, after November 27th? I hope so. I think long-term Cannabis goes up, but short-term, who knows? Organogram made profits last quarter, and then they did not generate a profit this quarter. That's why the stock is going down. But I believe they will be profitable next quarter, and I think you're going to see more and more companies start showing profitability Q1 2020, Q2 2020, Q3 2020, as these companies start generating revenues from all the extra stores that are opening up in Ontario, all the extra stores that are opening up across Canada, cannabis-infused beverages, and edibles, which will be on the shelves in less than a month now. In less than a month, edibles will be on the shelves in Canada. That will be huge. December 17th is the day they get on the shelves. I think that Planet 13 is actually pretty close to profitability. I think they did show a profit. Slightly, though. I'm a big fan of Planet 13. I want to buy some Planet 13. Let's take a look at Planet 13. Planet 13 at $1.99. As you can see, they've gone way up. Been as high as $3.50. Right now at $1.99. I'm going to show you guys something. Let's break this down. So you want to know why Tilt is down? They lost 62 million. Want to know why MedMan's down? They lost 52 million. Like, this is the reason why these stocks are down. If you want to see why stocks are down, just look at the losses, right? If we go down to Canada, look at Cannabis Growth. You want to know why they're going down? They lost 279 million. You want to know why Aurora went down? It's lost 88 million. Like, that's crazy. You want to know why Kronos Group is going down? They lost 29.5 million. You want to know why Hexo's going down? They lost 41.8 million. Afria lost 13.9 million. Supreme Cannabis lost 11.4 million. If you show losses, your stock will be punished. Organogram actually showed an adjusted profit. So these are the profitable ones. Valens Growworks, 5.5 million in adjusted operating income. Love them. MetaPharm Labs, 5.4 million in adjusted operating income. Love them. Organogram, 1.2 million in adjusted operating income. Is that up to date? You know what? I don't think this is up to date for Organogram. I think this needs to be updated. So I do believe they showed a loss in the last Q. This is the previous Q. Alcana, 0.9 million in adjusted operating income. Those are the only ones in Canada that are profitable. This is why Canada is struggling. These companies are not profitable. And then if we look at America, land of the free, the home of the brave, Trulieve, reigning supreme by a long shot, 20.9 million in adjusted operating income, and they're reporting tomorrow. This will be huge. It will be vital for them to show strong report. Innovative Industrial Properties, 6.8 million in adjusted operating income. That's why they're priced so high. Then there's MaryMed, 5.3 million in adjusted operating income. Village Farms, 4.6 million in adjusted operating income. And then there's Planet 13, which I told you guys, profitable, 1.4 million in adjusted operating income. Grow Generation Corp, 1.1 million in adjusted operating income. And C21 Investments, 100,000 in adjusted operating income. There's only a few companies that are profitable or at least operating close to profitability, operating with an adjusted operating income. For the most part, everybody's losing money. That's why the sector's going down. That's why the sector's going down. Let's go back to Aurora Cannabis, now at 323, down 10%. This is the one-day chart. So we could see that they were at, sorry, this is a 5-day chart. It's not a one-day chart. This one-day chart's not correct. So it starts right here. So I'm going to mark it. So this is where it started today. This is where it went. This is the bottom. And this could be shorts just covering right now and taking it back up. So this could be the shorts. So this could have been what happened. People, some shorts could have shorted it at 360 and they could be literally covering at $3 back to 322. So I'm not suggesting this is a buying opportunity. There's a lot of pressure right now. There's a lawsuit now on Aurora Cannabis. So Aurora Cannabis is officially now kind of tainted. So you need to be very, very careful. Very, very careful with Aurora Cannabis. Zoom Away Travel's having a nice day. So Zoom Away Travel is a stock that we brought to you guys about 2 cents, right around here. February, mid-February is when we brought this to you guys first, at about 1.5 cents. It went to 14 cents. 14.5 cents. Was a huge winner for our community. Thank you, Justin, the Rich TV Live Rain Man, for bringing this pick. As you can see, it went up 700% and has recently consolidated down to 5 cents and now is back up to where it is right now at 8.5 cents. So anybody that bought at these levels when it went and hit the bottom here at 5 cents is now up around, what, over 65%? Since it hit the bottom. So Zoom Away Travel, Sean Schaefer, been on our show many, many times. Keep it on your watch list. Keep it on your radar. They're working with Google, and they have a new partnership, which they will be announcing soon. Yes, ACB has a lawsuit. It's pretty brutal, I agree. I am a shareholder of ACB, just so everybody knows. And I haven't sold a single share, and I don't plan to. Not until I see profit. So when I see stocks go down, I just watch them, hunt the bottom. When I see a bottom, I buy more. But right now, the market is so volatile, so risky, I would be careful chasing anything. I would be very careful with chasing anything. Despite the fact that we are pretty much at the lowest we've seen in years. In a lot of cases, we're the lowest we've seen ever. Okay, let's mark Aphria. So we're at 512. The last time we've seen Aphria this low was May of 2017. Like, we are seeing the best prices since 2017. Legitimately, the best prices since 2017 now. And you can see the upside is tremendous. I mean, from $5 to $24, if you were to get an Aphria now and went from $5 to $24, you would make 100, 200, 300, almost 400% returns for Aphria to go back to all-time highs. That's how much upside is from here for investors that want to get in low, be value investors, invest in great companies at the lowest prices. This is still green gold. And wait for them to go back to all-time highs. The bottom may be in very, very soon, but we are not even close to all-time highs. So the upside from here, in my opinion, is absolutely tremendous. Let's look at the HMMJ ETF. This is a ETF for the cannabis sector. I absolutely love this play because they pay dividends. This is officially the lowest now it has ever been at these levels. $8.67. Has it ever been lower? I think it went as low as $8.45. So it's pretty close to the lowest it has ever been in its history. Okay? And the upside is tremendous from here. The all-time high, which was last year, last October around legalization, was $26.91. We're currently at $8.67. So the upside from here is over 200% upside in one of the biggest and the best cannabis ETFs. And they pay a dividend. Just saying. Yeah, Medicine Man. Let's take a look at MDCL. Medicine Man is one of those players that's been actually doing very well this year. I've just been thinking I'm going to make a video on all the winners in 2019. So we can actually focus on the ones that have won and what makes them different. I've been thinking about it, and I'll probably do it later today. So Medicine Man was at 96 cents in 2017. And here we are now as high as $4 in September. It has consolidated a little bit. Now at $2.91. If we look at the 1-year chart, you could see that they have been a huge success. So the low this year on Medicine Man is $1.06. We're currently at $2.91. Medicine Man has been a huge winner this year. We can add it to the list of companies that have won in 2019. It's not a huge list, but there are a few green gold stocks that have gone up in 2019. I'm going to make a list for you, and I'm going to show you that there are cannabis stocks that are going up, and there's a reason why they're going up. Tight share structure, profitability, strong management team, little insider selling, not very toxic. There's a lot of reasons why stocks are either going to go up or they're going to go down. We as a community need to determine which are the best stocks, when to buy them, why to buy them, how to buy them. And as a community, we need to really educate ourselves on different ways to make money up and different ways to make money down and different ways to diversify. For example, the HMJI. This thing has been an absolute monster. It just keeps going up every single day almost. And you can see here, it's come up from modest levels, $19 in May, and where we're at all-time highs today of $40.67, up over 100%, while the entire sector's been going down. The HMJI was one of the best plays to invest in. One of those stocks that's up in the cannabis sector in 2019. As investors, we need to master this sector, and the next time there's a huge explosion, take advantage and sell. And then when everything gets to all-time highs, this will probably be down to maybe $20 again, and that's when we buy the HMJI. And then we can make a killing on the way down again. Richard Gold says, Rich, haven't the horrible earnings, lack of, and numerous analyst targets cuts taken away your blue sky dreams? No. I think these stocks are trading where they should be. And as the revenue grows, because like I've said, Ontario is going to be opening up 40 stores a month. Edibles legalization's around the corner. Cannabis-infused beverages is around the corner. That's tons of more revenue for all of these companies, which will not be affecting the supply and demand issue with flower. We've got the Safe Banking Act passing in America, most likely. We've got the MORE Act. We got the CSA Act. All of these catalysts are coming. Right now, there's no catalysts. That's why they're going down. But these catalysts are coming, and I'm going to be here every single day to show you what is happening, to bring you the news, tell you what's going on, who's winning, who's losing, what's up, what's down, and why. First, just like I told you guys on Friday that I got a message from Andrew Left saying that ACB was going to go to 0 and ACB went down today. Who else is bringing you guys these tips? I told you guys the HMJI was the way to make money if you think the cannabis stocks were going to go down. I told you that a month ago at $30, and they're up 25%. I don't know what else I can do, man. I don't know what else I can do. How do you short the HMJI? I wouldn't short the HMJI, but if you want to short it, you can. You short it like any other stock. Shanna McCullough says, this market is in the infancy stage. People are not getting that rich. We are in the first inning, folks. We are in the first inning. What will it look like in the second inning, the third inning, the fourth inning, the fifth inning, the sixth inning, the seventh inning, the eighth inning, the ninth inning? Last year, I didn't even know about the HMJI ETF. So we are learning through osmosis. We are educating ourselves and becoming better traders every single day, despite what your account says. We are becoming better traders and preparing ourselves for the future of green gold. We are on the front lines of green gold investing. We are better prepared to take advantage of the resurrection in the cannabis sector than any other community in the world because we focus on cannabis stocks every single day. We know who's profitable. We know who's not. We know who's in trouble. This is part of our education. And as this sector grows and matures, we will grow and mature with it. And our portfolios will grow and mature with it because we'll be able to make better decisions based on real fundamentals, which even a year ago, you couldn't make any decisions based on fundamentals because a year ago, nobody had any profit. So, in my opinion, despite the fact that the sector's down, this sector has actually come a very long way in the last year. And I believe that next year it's going to go way, way bigger and way, way better with all the catalysts coming that I've been talking to you guys about. Do I think that ACB will do a reverse split? I don't think they will, but I'd like to ask them that question. That's something that maybe we should all be emailing them and asking. All right, guys. Thank you guys for winning. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for participating. If you guys have any questions, message me, comment down below. Please smash the like button if you like this video. I was supposed to be live with Kiran Sidhu. Apparently, he's busy. If he is available, I will come back live. Okay? I promise you that. In the meantime, look at the HMJI ETF. It just keeps going up. Now at $40.81, it just keeps climbing. Cannabis stocks are going down. HMJI is going up. That's the cannabis sector, man. One of the most volatile sectors in the world right now. But I love it. I love it. I love the volatility. I love the news. I love the ups. I love the downs. That's what comes with being an investor. And I love the risk involved in investing because one day you could be a hero. Next day you could be a zero. And the next day you could be a hero again. So yeah, maybe things are not going your way right now. I don't think it's going anybody's way that's not shorting this stocks. But that could change. Maybe 2019 wasn't your year. Maybe 2020 will be your year. Stay tuned. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be here every single day. Like I said, if Kiran is available, I will come live. If there's any other breaking news, I'll come live as well. Anything happening, I'll let you guys know. In the meantime, have a great day. Your boy Rich from Rich TV Live. And I'm out in the bloodbath. Peace. Buying opportunities everywhere.